Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for The Has and Have Nots, Season 5, Episode 14, Mad Day. Now, that episode starts off where it left off last week, which is Benny getting arrested. I said, this is some... How are we arresting Benny? Benny's getting arrested because this officer has a hard-on for him for this case, and he decides, you know what? You know, you're your sister's brother, and we have some questions. And the guy does 20 questions. Benny says, no, 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 not today, because the guy wants to know. And he's trying to trip Benny up. So it's like, oh, so the death and murder of Quincy, Matthew, whatever, do you have some type of responsibility in that? Were you involved? Who? What? Yeah, I know who that is, but no, I didn't do that. Man, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So when your sister did X, Y, and Z, well, I don't know what you're talking about. So where is she? I don't know. Give me her number. I'm not doing that. What are you gonna do then? So, because here's the thing, I'm not going down to the station either. So now, Benny, I know that you just lost Quincy Jr., but this cop does not care. He will go and throw everything at you. Just breathe. You know how this goes. You know the drill. Just breathe a little bit. So then Benny's breathing. Benny's breathing as hard as he possibly can. The officer's just like, look, if you're not going to tell me anything, then I'm going to go and have you arrested. You can come downtown. And Mitch was like, oh my God, Benny, don't worry. I'm going to go and get you out. Don't worry about it. He was like, no, go and get the video games at the hotel for my mother. Okay. And also, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'm thinking, Benny, what do you mean? You won't be able to get out of jail. What are you talking about? Mitch said, oh, I'll get you a lawyer. Not Veronica. Of course, Veronica. Guess who walks in the hallway of the hospital? Veronica. Mitch was just like, oh, Miss Harrington, Miss Harrington. And she was like, oh, a white person who I don't have a problem with. Yes, yes. Child, what's going... Oh, yes. What can I help you with? That's my client. That's my client. But the officer said, you know the drill, Miss Harrington. It doesn't matter if he's your client or not. He's going to be taken away to jail. So they whisk him away. Apparently, Veronica's supposed to be going down to the jail. You know Mitch is going down there. And who else walks in? David. So Veronica says, oh, no, dear, I'll meet you there. I said, where's all this niceness coming from? Where's all this niceness coming from? Because this is Demonica, as you know, they say on Random Review TV. They're another, YouTube channel. Lynette and Stan. They're a hoot. They are a hoot. And you know they're funny if I'm using the phrase hoot. Veronica goes and talks to David. David's just trying to figure out, where's my son? I said, our? So now he's just yours. But then again, you act more like a parent than she does. Well, she acts like a parent, just not a nice one, just not a good one. And he calls, she says, bad reception, darling. He goes and leaves a voicemail. He just wants to know where Jeffrey is. She's not giving it up. She's just like, oh, you want, oh, how are you? How's the weather? Don't worry about him. He tries to go and talk to, he tries his hardest to go and get information out of the nurse. It's like, oh, Melissa. Melissa who? Well, Melissa who is the, what's the last name? What's the last name? I don't know the last name. Who are you to her? A family friend. What do you mean a family friend? A family friend, not a family friend, just a friend. You don't know her last name though. Oh, Veronica, Verge, on the verge of evil, on the verge of death, Verge. That's what I'm gonna call her from now on. Verge, Verge. And she's the one to give the information. She says, you know what? I'll happily tell you if you tell me about your little concubine. You know, the woman that you're going and sleeping around with. I'm thinking, Veronica, it's none of your business. Secondly, deny, deny, deny. You know she's crazy. Don't slip. Don't slip. Veronica, you went and paraded around your relationship with Benny in front of your husband. And yet you're so hurt and bent up with the fact that, Veronica, are you sure you're not a dude? Veronica's giving me classic jealous dude mentality of, here I am, I'm in the relationship, and then we break up. I screw up. My ex, she gets someone new, and then I get pissed at her. I'm like, oh, you trash, you a hoe, you this, you that. Where she's like, but dude, we're not together anymore because of you. Now so while Veronica's saying, here's how this works. You can see your son, you can see Melissa and make sure she's okay, as long as you give up your new chick's information. You know what doesn't happen? David doesn't do that. It's like, you are like a wolf. Next thing I know, I hear, oh, oh. I said, wait. I said, am I hearing this? Have I finally cracked? No, it's Jim. He sits behind them because they're all sitting down. And Jim wants to know if the number's traced. It's like, look, I have it handled. David, I need that done as soon as possible. I thought that Veronica was going to go on a tangent of, oh, you just Jim's whipping boy, still his whipping boy. But no, that didn't happen. Instead, it's just like, how you doing? I'm doing fabulous. Oh, the devil is a lie. Sure is. Well, I know you are. Just you are as well. Again, I don't have time remembering every little thing that they said, but it's. But when Veronica said Jim's fond of cats, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fond of a lot of them," I said, "So you fond of puss?" Got it. And which would be fine if you didn't have to pay for it. She's talking about, well, speaking of them, you see this? This looks good, doesn't it? He said it looks like something. It looks like something. Jesus. Oh, I hope you're doing fantastic, Veronica. Oh, you're doing. I hope you're doing fantastic. I really do. Jim, you've never looked worse. Oh my God. It's like, I want to do a personal thank you though. Why? Because at the end of the day, you held us down. Oh, you mean the fact that your wife killed Jennifer, the DEA? I said, Veronica, say it a little loud for the people in the cheap seats. What are you doing? What are you doing? Even David looked at you like, ugh. And she said, don't worry, I kept your secret. Well, he said, Catherine, I thank you. I said, the devil really is a liar. Sure is a liar. He's doing a lot of lying today. A lot of lying today. But you realize people will go and search for her. Yes, we know that. I'm not stupid. Wait, you sure you're not stupid? It's so funny. It's funny you want to do all the shit chatting, but you even realize that your son. What about our son? Don't worry, I didn't do anything to him this time. But I said, oh God. There's so many reasons why Veronica needs to go. So many, but she's going to stay. Because we need her. The show actually needs her. And I just have to accept that. I have to accept the hard truth. And she essentially tells him, yeah, your son's here. And you didn't know. And you don't know what for. Well, what for? I don't know. Ask them. He goes, tries to ask. And he's like, look, Wyatt Cryer. Make it happen. I need to know. Oh, yeah, the doctor will come out shortly and speak to you. I want the room number. I'm sorry we can't do that. I want the room number. I'm sorry we can't do that. The doctor will come out. Excuse me. You know what? I said, you know what, Jim? You can cut it. You can cut. David, get your due, because this one's doing too much. Speaking of doing too much, Jeffrey wants to go and talk to Melissa. Melissa tried to kill herself because she said, you know what? The only person who loved me is gone. And she was just like, oh, Melissa, I'm right here. I said, Jeffrey, definitely not you. You? You? Her father, that's who she meant. You. I was disgusted. I said, you little trap. You do have a complex. And it's sad because Melissa and Jeffrey are the same. Jeffrey was acting like this to Melissa when he found out that she tricked him into having a baby. And now Melissa's feeling this way because she's like, you know what? You've been mean to me. You've been rude to me, even though I kind of started it. I started it because I wanted to protect my family, to protect my father, because her mother's trash, but to protect her father, to keep him going. But she feels alone. She's crying. She's like, shut up, get out. You're just like your mother. I'm tired of you. He's not just like his mother. He's just like his father. That's the issue. He's just like his father. He's a little bit more Veronica in him. Let the crazy come out a little bit more. And to take her out, at least. He should have finished his job. I don't care what anyone says. He should have finished the job. But then the show should have been over. Because I don't want to promote that type of mess. That's too deep. The son going stabbing the mother. That's some other level mess. It really was. Jeffrey, 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 Jeffrey. Catherine, they're at her new place. Yes, her new place. One of her condos. One of her condos. Because she's getting a divorce from Jim, so she wanted to leave the house. Remember, there's so much that went in that house. She doesn't want to be there anyway, and she's all alone. Oh, that's the last thing she wants. So she gives Hannah this pill. And I was like, what is... Girl, I've seen you pop some stuff. I don't play those games. I don't play those games. Church mother don't play those games. Don't worry, this will help you sleep. I don't want to sleep. You'll need to sleep. You'll need to relax. And so she was trying to talk to Hannah. And Hannah, again, was going through the motions of, her belief and her prayer system in God. And Catherine's just like, yes, thank the Lord you have that. I was like, yeah, but I did all of that. And all of this happened. It's just so much. It's tugging at me. It's just coming from all angles. It's like, look. Right now, you just need to sleep. And you need to actually go before the pill kicks in because I had to go and actually make the bed myself in there. You're welcome. She didn't say it like that, but it was like, I'm sorry if it looks shabby. I normally don't do those secretarial stuff, what have you. And those maid services, I don't do that. I don't know that. But what I do know is grief, loss, and how to deal with it. And how you're going to deal with it is I gave you that stuff to make you sleep. But Hannah, you need to take a shower. I don't want to. Hannah, look at your hands. Blood. There's still blood all over it. I said, how is that blood so fresh? It was that much? Where all of it was that fresh? All right. But she saw it and you're like, oh my God, my baby Quincy. Oh, my baby, oh, he's gone. You don't deserve that. Oh, it's so wrong. What was he taking from me? Look, Quincy had to go because where he was, it was evil. Not you, but his mother was crooked and his father was evil. So because of that, it was going to be bad. Who's to say that things weren't going to turn out worse? The Lord reclaimed that child. Reclaim that child. So Hannah goes after she has a crying moment and Kathleen embraces her, and I appreciate that. That blood came out fast. I'm thinking, with all that blood and how long it was on her hands, you tell me it came off that fast? Again, nitpicking. I know. I don't care. I'm going to do it. And she cried and she started to have her moment, but then she stopped because the pill's starting to kick in, so then she had to go and get changed. Now Jeffrey goes, visits his boo, i.e. Wyatt, and I said, Lord, Jeffrey has that usual smirk. I said, you know what, Jeffrey, go. You need to stop. You need to stop it. So while all of that's going on, Wyatt looks a mess. Wyatt looks like he got into a couple of fights. I said, oh yeah, because I did watch some because in high school when you had those health classes, and especially now more than ever, where they would show people on drugs and them going through withdrawal, so you can see how bad it is when that stuff's finally coming out of your system. It's either you die or your life goes to hell, or you finally go through the withdrawal and it's just horrific, and some people do die from the withdrawal. So Wyatt looks like one of those people who can go at any moment. He's in so much pain because remember, this dude took so many drugs, and so many hard drugs, and then he overdosed, and then they brought him back, and then he went to search for more drugs. I said, that's a true addict. So now he's trying to replace one drug with another. The new drug's called Jeffrey. He's kind of realizing, because Jeffrey goes and gets, because he didn't want Jeffrey to leave to even go and get some blankets for him. Mind you, when Jeffrey went to go and get the blankets, I saw Justin. I said, no, Lord Jesus. Justin was eyeing down Jeffrey. Jeffrey walked down the hallway, got these blankets that were, the nurse had them just ready and stacked up, like, oh, okay, here you go. I said, I need you to search for them. That was a little too quick and easy. Come on now. Now, Justin looking at him. Jeffrey finally sees him, like, oh, God, Jesus, why? And then he goes in the room. I said, I know Justin. I know him. He's going to want to go in that room as well. So now, I'm going to back up a little bit. Wyatt was saying how Jeffrey's his only friend, the person that only really cares about him. And that's why Wyatt needs Jeffrey. Wyatt knows that he can always rely on Jeffrey to be there for him and to help him out. That's why. Before, people were always like, oh, maybe Wyatt has some sexual feelings. At the end of the day, is there a slight possibility in the future? Yeah. But the reality is we know Jeffrey's gay. As far as you know, Wyatt is just straight. And Wyatt is one of those very needy people, emotionally unstable people that sometimes it can look as, oh, why are you always up under that person, always up on. No, there's some people who are just needy and emotionally unstable. So they grab onto people that they feel like has their back and has their best interest and only care about them. And they hold on to them for dear life. And that's what Wyatt's trying to do today. And he's doing a good job of trying to be supportive but also standoffish because he doesn't want to go and have Wyatt be codependent on him. Because like I said, Wyatt was talking about how scary it was when he overdosed and the fact that he thought he was actually going to die and all that mess. I said, that's great, no. That's great, Jeffrey, go. Because there's nothing you can do for him. You're going to be an enabler, so go. Which is what he does. Which is good because Justin was in there and Justin had the audacity to go, be like, oh, hey, when you come out here, you can talk to. I said, excuse me, you can go. You can go. Even Wyatt said, that dude's crazy. No, that's not. I don't know what's with that dude, but you need to get rid of him because he's cuckoo. He more cuckoo. He's cuckoo and he's emotionally unstable and he's always up under you, dude. Come on now. Next thing we see Candace, who doesn't know that her child is dead because she wants to go and be scammer hoe, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it. Oscar comes in. Gives her gives her a bag with $250,000. She said, great. Where is my 3.7? Because this isn't it. This isn't enough. Come on now. Come on now. And he was like, look, here's how this goes. You're going to continue to go and scam the future President Charles. You're going to continue to scam Charles. By doing so, you can become the First Lady. Give yourself 8 years. Groom him. Look. Here's how this goes. There are super PACs on both sides. He's a good man and all, but I don't care. I need to make sure that he doesn't win. There's a lot of strong people that will put the hurting on me if he doesn't win. I said, I don't care. Candace said she doesn't care. He was talking to her like a pimp because he was like, wait a minute. Did you go and try to scam him? Is that why you're not trying to take my offer? She's like, maybe. I was like, oh, you're so stupid. You know what? I could have gotten girls prettier, younger, and a lot smarter than you. I said, wait a minute. Candace was pimped out before. She knows game. You're not going to go and run game on her like that. That's not how this is going to go. This is how it's going to go. You're going to go and do yap. She's going to take your money. She screamed, okay, I'll go and do it, whatever. He said, no, but I'm serious. No, okay, I'll do it. You hear me, I'll go and do it. Whatever you want, yeah, sure. And he's like, look, Candace. And then she said, you know what? I'm tired of this game. Help! Help! Somebody help! I said, oh my God, Candace. Shh. Shh. So then he ran out of there like the punk he is. We already knew that. And she goes, she checks what she thinks is ducats in the bag, thinking she secured a bag. She secured a bag, all right. A bag full of paper. Unmarked paper. Oscar, when he put like $100 bills, he stacked them on little like paper bricks. Oh! So we'll see what Candace does, because Candace was saying he's a good man. You know, Charles is a good man. He's a family man. He doesn't deserve this. I said, ooh, you're a liar. You're a liar and you're a scammer. I don't see it. I don't see it. My battery is about to die, Lord Jesus. So now Wyatt's asleep because Wyatt was saying how he wanted Jeffrey to be there when he wakes up. Jeffrey said, yeah, of course. I said, that's a lie. I know you're going. I know you're gone. So the woman is going to be taking care of him. Said, you know what, great job, because I couldn't do anything to calm him down. And he was like, I can tell that he really loves you. Jefferson's like, oh no, no, he's not gay. I'm like, no one was really questioning that. But she said, no, it has nothing to do with that. He actually loves you. It's, a different type of love. And so he's gonna be upset if you go. It's like, well, yeah, love the dude too, but I want him to get codependent on me. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of that. I'm thinking, wait a minute, are you are you seasoned enough to deal with this dude? Because I feel like she's gonna be a new love interest. You can't tell me anything different. So Justin was waiting outside to talk to Jeffrey about Wyatt. And I looked at this like, you really waited an entire hour just for the dude to come out. So now you're in the stairwell, and he's trying to put the moves on. He's trying to confess his love. Justin's trying to confess his love to Wyatt. Wyatt has that look of, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't care. So he goes to Justin the Pecker and says, look, I'll call you. But right now, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with you. I'm tired. The headache, the sciatica, my knees. No, because Justin was saying, before it just started out small, but now I'm all in. I'm all interested, and you can't leave me. I love you. I really want to be with you. I've never had this experience before. I feel a little crazy. I feel out of body, but I love it. I said, you sprung. You sprung. You sprung off of this dude. That's what's going on. We already see it. We already see it. All this apologizing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for acting crazy. I'm sorry. If you just stay with me. Stop. Nah. So then Mike goes. I'm sorry. Jeffrey goes and leaves. And Veronica comes in like, girl, I'm sorry for you. I mean, sometimes it's just so hard for us, and even with the asymmetrical head lean and all of that. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Watch my power review.